Hi, I'm Dr. Dhanvanti Rajwade, and you are watching Anatomy of Bias. So tell me, this case that we had discussed, would you like to give us some background about the patient?
So this was a patient I saw about a year and a half back. She was a 38-year-old lady who came into my office and she had typical complaints. Complaints like she had some ulcers on her shoulders because of bra strap, digging into her skin. She had rash under her breasts. She had neck pain and back pain because of trying to bend over all the time. And all these symptoms were kind of tied together by her common uh, problem, which was extremely large and heavy breasts. So, in medical terms, we call that as gigantomastia. She also had an unusual symptom, which not a lot of women face, but yes, it is an indicator of severity of the disease. That is, she had obstructive sleep apnea. So, when she went to sleep at night, because of the sheer weight on her chest, she used to be woken up and her sleep was disturbed. So, as typical as these consultations go, we discussed what to expect before surgery, what the surgery would entail, how to prepare for the surgery, how is the post op recovery. Another thing I do with all my patients is I show them pre and post operative pictures of my earlier cases so they know what to expect after surgery, how the scars would look like, and what kind of reduction of the breasts they are looking at. And both the couple was quite convinced. They were very happy at the end of it and they confirmed the date of surgery with me. They were pretty sure they wanted to go ahead and they picked a date and that's it. Then they went back. 2 days later she called me saying that doctor, I'm so sorry but I want to cancel my procedure. So I said, what happened? You were very convinced by everything, and what happened? So she said, doctor, you mentioned that for a week after surgery, I may need some help with children and with, say, washing my hair and basic things like that, self care. And so I spoke to my mother because hers was a familial kind of a problem. A lot of females in her family had the same issue with heavy breasts. And this is common actually. It is a familial issue, and
So her mother had the similar
relatives.
situation, same complaint?
Yes,
Yes, okay.
yes. Her mother, her Masi, had the same kind of problem, and so she confided in her mother and told her that I'm going to undergo surgery for this. And it was so surprising, let me tell you, and very sad that her mother refused. She said, "This is something I've lived with. So many ladies I know have lived with all their life, and this is not something you undergo surgery for. You're just scarring yourself for no reason. So I'm not going to support you, and I don't think you should undergo this surgery." And then they had a big family discussion on the same with her in-laws and everything. And at the end of it, the poor lady was, and her husband, both of them were kind of pressurized into canceling the procedure. So I told her, that listen, it's ultimately up to you, but this is something you're doing for your own physical health. It's not something which you're doing, just for the whim of it. And you've gone through all the pros, cons, you've discussed everything, you're well aware. She was an educated lady. But in spite of all my counseling, I even offered, I told her that, I will, if you want, I can talk to your mother, I can counsel her also, because I understand these are new age ideas and she may not understand it fully. But that didn't work. So she eventually ended up canceling the procedure. And this is just one case, but there are similar variations of this which I see almost every other month, and it's quite sad.
How common do you think this kind of condition is, such large breasts that they're compromising a person's quality of life?
So, breast reduction is probably the most common procedure which I perform. I would say maybe two in a month, and I may be seeing about 7 or 8 cases in a month. So it's pretty common. It's just that nobody wants to really talk about it.
And from her mother's point of view, that she felt that she had managed to lead a, I think, relatively uncomplicated life despite having such large breasts. Do you think she was coming from the right place, or do you think it was more lack of awareness that the daughter was actually suffering?
So I would say it's a bit of both. See, the kind of lifestyle which our older generation and the generation before that led was a little different in the sense they probably didn't travel as much. They were not into so many physical activities like, women of our generation are. See, just swimming, jogging. They want to go to the gym, they want to wear different kinds of clothes. Apart from that, the physical problems. Our previous generation probably didn't know that this was a solution at all. So now that we have surgery available very safely, recovery is just one day. You go home the next day or sometimes even the same day. It's as basic a procedure as that. With this increasing safety, I don't see any reason why it should not be thought of as a routine procedure.
Absolutely. It's a very legitimate option for people who are suffering, and it can be life-changing for a lot of them.
Absolutely.
Is it common that the husband is on board? Do you often find such a supportive spouse, or is sometimes the spouse against it as well?
Well, it's a refreshing change which I have seen. Most of the times, partners and husbands are on board with this. So, which is very, very nice to see. And in fact, when they come in for the consultation, they are basically just a silent spectator, just sitting and asking more of the organizational questions like how do we go about it and things like that. They don't get involved in what size and how much reduction and whether it should be done or not. So I've had a lot of husbands saying that it's really your decision, it's her decision, doctor, let her decide. So which is
That's
quite
a pleasure
nice
to hear. Yeah, that's
yeah.
really a pleasure. And did you meet this patient's mother, or did she not even come to see you?
No, they didn't come back.